All right, grade 7, we are on lesson 59. So I'm going to go through using arrows to show an addition problem on a number line. We're also going to be talking about an absolute value and why something would be an absolute value and what that means. All right, so let's go to A, and it says using arrows, we're going to go and do this math. So each one of these is going to have 0 in the answer, and you're going to work with positive and negative integers. So hopefully we have enough room here. So A is minus 2 plus minus 3, and hopefully this will show you how this works. So we go minus 2, right? So we're going to go minus 2 on it. Now we're going to add another minus 3 to it. So that means 1, 2, 3. So that's minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So that means you keep your lines here, and you add another negative 3 there. So the answer to this one would be negative 5. All right, so B says plus 4 plus positive 2. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've gone from 0 all the way to plus 4. And now we're going to add another 2, two more positive numbers. So 5 and 6. So now we add our 2 positive numbers, and we come down here. Our answer is positive 6. Moving on to C. C says minus 5 plus positive 2. So we go negative. So we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Now I got 2, 5. Negative 5. So we're at negative 5. So we went this far down to negative 5. And now if we look at our instructions there, it says now we have to add a positive 2. Now positive numbers go the other way. So we have our line coming down here. We're going to add another positive 2. And then we can see our line go down, and the answer there is negative 3. Hopefully this is making sense. All right, D says plus 5 plus minus 2. So here we go, plus 5 plus minus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings us to plus 5. And then we're going to add a negative number to it, which means that we are going to go back 2. And that'll give us an answer of positive 3. Or you can circle it on the number line. All right, E says negative 4 plus positive 4. So we go the negative direction. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So we draw our arrow there. That brings us that far. And then what does it say on E there? It says then we're going to add a positive 4. So positive 4 goes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is 0. F has 3 steps in it. I'll try to keep it, I'll write it underneath F. Minus 3 plus positive 6 plus negative 1. Okay, so we're at negative 3. First we'd go to negative 3. 1, 2, 3. We're at negative 3. So our arrow goes here. Nice dotted lines coming down. And then, I'm just going to try to make my pen a little smaller. Then we have to go positive 6 from there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's mark it as 4. That's 0, negative 1, negative 2, 5, 6. So we go 1, 2, 3. So then we wind up being at 3. Now it's saying we got to add a negative number, so we're going to go back. Negative 1. So our answer is plus 2. So hopefully that showed you how to plot that on a number line. So an absolute value has some relation to a number line. When we put the lines like this around a number, that means absolute value. what it's asking is that if you have a number line and you have 0, what's the distance? What's the distance, the absolute distance that it is from 0? Doesn't matter which way you go. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be 6 away from 0. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from 0. So the absolute value of -6 is 6. That's the general concept. So when you look at absolute values, the absolute value of -1/4 will equal 1/4. The absolute value of 11 is 11. The absolute value of -0.05 is 0.05. Okay, now simplifying this question, if absolute value has no relation to a negative number, it only has the regular number, then J would be 3, let me make this, plus 3. So it would equal 6. All right? The absolute value of 3, take away 3, is 0, because it doesn't have a positive or negative. The absolute value of 5, take away 3, is 2. Hopefully that makes sense. We're going to get through it more later on. So with M and N, it's very good for you to draw a number line that's vertical, so for M anyways. So if we go draw a line here, it says, hikers walked down the mountain from 4,362 feet to the floor valley, so above sea level, so this is sea level, okay, 226 below sea level. So how would you find out that answer? Well, you know that this distance we've already got an answer for. That's 4,362. And here's where absolute value comes into place, because we just need to add that number to figure out what that total distance, because this would be 0. So we have 8, 8, 4, and 4. So it would be 1,488 feet. Next, Sam borrowed $5 from his brother. He wants to earn enough money to repay his brother and buy a $25 ticket at the amusement park. How much money does Sam need to earn? Now, some of you may have figured that out in your head already. That's fine. But here's 0, and he has to pay his brother. That's a negative debt, -5. So he's $5 in the hole, but he wants to have a total of $25. So really, we have to have 25 plus that -5 to find your answer, which is 25 plus 5 equals 30. Sam needs to earn $30. There's your work, grade 7. If you have any questions, just bug me on Google Hangouts, and I will hop on Meet, and we'll explain the questions that you're having difficulty with. Thanks, and look forward to hearing from you.